In the previous video, we have seen the variable length parameter, and before that, we have seen something called keyword parameter. Keyword parameter, where we have given key equal to value kind of a thing we have given, or value kind of a variable or parameter we have passed. Suppose I have similar kind of thing. I know key1 equal to v1, k2 equal to v2, k3 equal to v3. I know the keys and the values I know. Okay, there are a lot of such variables out there. How can we pass this kind of variables into the function? Well, that is what we're going to see. And the next concept what we're going to is keyword variable and parameter. And the fifth one, that is the last parameter passing mechanism, that is called keyword variable length parameter. This is the combination of previous two. Previous two means we have variable length with the asterisk symbol, and asterisk symbol will be preceded with the variable name, and plus keyword. How we are denoting this one? We can denote this one using double asterisk symbol. KWR. There is no such restriction that we had to use only KWR. We can use, if you want to use your name also, that's also fine. That's also we see in the example. This is what we are doing. Suppose if I give an example, I have a function called, let's take another color, define display info. Okay, and just giving star args. What I'm going to display here, I have the main function called. Okay, in the function call, what I have, display info, student name equal to John. In the next one, I have display info. I know student name equal to John, and student ID equal to 5. Okay, this is also going to work. Next one, I have display info. I have something called ID number equal to 114, then name equal to Sandeep, then hobby equal to reading, like that. And if you want, we can give more parameters like, yeah, that will be enough. Let's try that. In this case, this is an iterable. It is going to be an iterable object. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to iterate through this object. How we'll be doing for while iterating through the so for looping to an iterable object, we are doing key comma value in here we have given kwargs, right? In kwargs dot items. In the previous video, we have seen what is this dot item. Dot item means what are the values we have given. It will be taken as a single tuple. Each of them will be taken as a single tuple item. One key value pair, this is one tuple, this is another tuple. This is how it is taken. It is going through each one of them, and it will print. We can do string formatting. Okay, this is key, and this is value. This is key, and this is value. It's not the curly braces here, it's a parenthesis. This key and value. It is going to print all of them one by one. This is how it is doing. Let's go ahead and see the keyword variable length parameter examples. Suppose I'm going to define a student. I have the student information. I'm just going to pass them. I'm just going to display this up here. What I'm doing, I have the key and value. What it is going to do, I'm just going to pass kwargs. I'm just going to keyword arguments, and I'm going to print this. I'm just going to call this one. Going to call this one. See what the beauty of this keyword variable parameter or argument, it is going to print as a um, dictionary of items. It is going to give the details as a dictionary of items. What are the things we have given, or what are the variable we have given as a key value pair, and we are passing it into this KWL. You don't need to mention this one. You can. I'm going to give my name. In that case, just change this name also, or this local variable name also. What are the formal variable name? Just give that local, pass it as a local variable name. Yeah, it is going to work exactly as same. We don't need to give only the KWRs. It's industry standard. We can give any name there. Okay. For the sake of simplicity and avoid confusion, I am just going to give KWRs. And it is going to print all the details. This is how we can use this keyword variable parameter argument. Uh, let's go ahead and see a few more examples so that it will be more clear. And we are going to see the mix of all those things. We have given the default parameter, we have seen positional arguments, default arguments, keyword arguments. Then we have come up with a variable length parameter and keyword variable length parameter. We are going to see the mix of all together so that the concept will be more clear. There should be an order to which position which one has to come. That is what we are going to see next. In the previous one, we have seen how to print this one. The same thing we can do, okay, in different way. Because in the previous video, we have seen iterating to this number, right? Iterating to where is that? Yeah, iterating to this number. Similar way, here also we can iterate through this one. Instead of this one, okay, comma value in kw args dot item, kw args dot item. Okay, then print. So there is a small typo error. If you see here, I have given the keyword arguments here, KWS, and for key comma k comma v in KWS dot items. This is how we are iterating through by looping to an iterable object and print k comma v. Previously, it is given as a dictionary. Now it is giving as a key value. Suppose if you want to give something or comma or colon, then we can do the string formatting also. Next, what you're going to see is the mix of all the parameter passing mechanisms together and what is the order of them. That is what we're going to see, because it's very important to understand and which position, where the first position, which one has to come, on the last, which one has to come, like that. Suppose if you are mixing two positional argument and keyword argument, the positional argument should always come in the first place, then only the default argument, like that. That's what we're going to see in the next example. If you see this example, here I have one positional argument, that is 101, that is employee ID. In the positional argument and the keyword variable and parameter passing, and then the first should be the positional argument, then we have to give the keyword variable and parameter. The first, the employee ID will be passed as the 101 as a value, and the remaining will be either we can pass it as a or print it as a dictionary. In this example, we have seen this employee ID is the positional argument. The rest of them we can see these are the keyword variable and parameter. We can print this like this, or if you want to print them not like a dictionary, or if you want to print them as key value, like that we have seen before, we can iterate through that keyword variable and parameter, that is the dot details. We can iterate through these details, that is an iterable object, and print them one by one. Let's go and see the next example to see the variable and parameter and the keyword variable and parameter, how to do. In this example, we have variable length parameter that we are going to pass 10, 20, 30 as a variable length parameter. And then we have the keyword variable length parameter, that the key and value pair, That's what we are going to print. It is going to print the argument as a tuple and keyword argument as a dictionary. That is what it is going to give us an output. If you see execute this, you can see what are the input we have given for the variable length parameter. Those are, if you just want to print the message, it will be printed as tuple. And if you want to do some operation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, or any other operation, then we can do that operation, create as a separate functionality or separate operation, and return that value. It will return that value. Or if you want to just print as such, it will be printing as tuples. And in the keyword variable length parameter, either we can do the iteration, or we can just print as a dictionary of key value pair. This is all about this keyword variable and parameter. Now let's go ahead and see the combination of all together. If you see this function, I'm just defining an employee function. I have given positional argument. Whenever we are defining a combination of all of this, we have to give the first one, we have to give the positional argument. Then we have to give the default parameter. Default parameter, we are just passing a default value for this one. If you want to override the default value, whenever we are doing the function call at that time, we have to give one the department equal to, if it is a development department or finance department, we have to give like that. And then the third position, we have to give the variable length parameter. After the variable length parameter, then we have to give the fourth position. We should be giving this keyword, that is keyword only. We are just giving this is the key and this is the value we are giving. And only the fifth position at the last we can give the keyword variable length parameter. Last we can give keyword variable length parameter. This is the what up first positional argument, then default parameter, then variable length positional parameter, then keyword only parameter, then keyword length parameter. This is what we are going to see. Let's execute this one, and I'm just going to pass few parameters here. Suppose I'm just giving 101 as the positional argument. Here I have given department equal to IT. Instead of that, I'm just overriding with KI positional argument. I'm just overriding the value. And let's see, do one thing. Let's execute this later. Let's first execute with default one. Okay. Now positional argument. Then after that we have variable variable parameter, that is the asterisk arguments. Then after that we have to give the keyword argument, that is key value pair. I have the key, this is the value. Then we are giving, then we have a lot of parameters that I need to print as KWS, that is keyword variable parameter. That is what we are going to print. In this case, I have given positional argument, I have given. Then the next one we call this default parameter, that is also given. Then whatever we have given next, it will be taken as the variable length parameter. Once variable length parameter is defined, then we have this keyword argument. Even we have a key and value. After that, we have KWRs. This is how it is going to print. We have the requirement as the default parameter. This is the positional argument, default argument. Skills, what are the skills it is given? It is taken as the tuple. Why it is tuple? Because it is taken as the variable length parameter. Then we have the keyword argument, and the rest of them will be considered as the keyword variable length parameter. This is how we are using it. Suppose if you want to make any changes, then we have to give what are the value we need to override in the positional argument. Then we have to pass that particular value here. Then it will override the value and give that particular overridden value. This is how whenever we are doing the mix of all of them, this is the order we have to follow. This is all about the parameter passing mechanism. We have seen from 5 type of parameter passing mechanism. The first one is the default one, that is called the positional argument. Then the default argument will be passing a default value which can be passed to each and every function for. Then come to the keyword argument, then variable length parameter and keyword variable length parameter. This is all about variable passing mechanism. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. In the next one, we are going to discuss about global and local variables and their scope. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a good day.